Hey guys, welcome back to another video here on my YouTube channel. And for today's video, I'm going to do an updated look at my TBR pile because it is changing from week to week because I finish books so quickly. It takes me about like 2 to 3 days, maximum 4 days to finish a book. So I am reading like a solid like 4 books a week, which is kind of crazy. And you might think like, oh my goodness, how do you have so much time to read books? You must like not work. I actually do. I work full time. I work 39 and a half hours a week, and most of my free time I spend reading if I'm not running errands, scrolling slightly on TikTok, filming videos and content for my social media. I am reading. I read like a solid like 4 hours a day. I truly enjoy it, and I like being disconnected from my devices, and I was never somebody who was pro being disconnected from devices. I'm still like not one of those people who's like, oh, you need to have time to disconnect, but I do think being away from my phone and just reading and being in another universe is so fun. So this is my updated TBR pile. Let me let the camera get into focus, and I will go through each book, how I discovered them, and why they're on my TBR pile. The first one is Cowboy Casual by Holly Renee. Now, I saw this book via TikTok. I saw the cover and I was like, I love this cover. If you don't know, because you've never watched my content before, I actually studied graphic design in college, so I can appreciate a beautiful cover, and this is one. Now, I have never read cowboy romance, and I don't know if I'll like probably read other cowboy romance because I'm mainly into hockey romance, but this book might convert me. We shall see. It's also going to be the next book that I'm going to read after the current book I'm reading, which I will do a review on this one. This is Catch Her If You Can by Tessa Bailey. But I saw the cover and was intrigued and read the back of the book, and it seems interesting. So this will be my first introduction to cowboy romance. I think this cover is so cute. This would definitely be a fun book to display on a bookshelf, like forward facing. I just think it's so cute. I love all the cute like pink bows and details, and I know they say not to judge a book by its cover, but so hard to not judge this book by its cover because it's so cute. The next one is Unloved by Peyton Corinne. This is the second book in a series. I don't know if this series has a title. I've never discovered the title of this series. I did read Unsteady. This is college hockey romance, which I much prefer NHL hockey versus college hockey romance. But you know what? I did enjoy Unsteady a lot. So I was like, you know what? I will pick up the second book. I only picked up the first book in the series because that's all that my local Indigo had. So I ended up getting this on Amazon. And I did pre-order the third book in the series just because I liked the first book quite a bit. Now, the next series, I think I discovered it through Amazon, through like Googling hockey romance or something. I don't remember, but I definitely wasn't TikTok. I believe she's independently published, so I'm not seeing any publishers on here. This is the Toronto Tundra series. I think there's currently 2 books out with more on the way because I would have bought more had there been more books out. So we have the first one, which is No Shot, and I read the little blurb and it seemed quite interesting. I don't remember the blurb, but I read it, thought it was quite interesting, so I'm excited to read it. I believe this is professional hockey romance, like NHL, not college, if I'm not mistaken, which is what I prefer, so I will tend to gravitate towards those. And we have the next one in the series, which is Faded Shot, also professional hockey romance. So I am excited to read it. I like supporting independently published authors because I know it's a lot harder for them to break out into the scene, having to do all the marketing, all of it themselves, not having a publisher behind them. I think that can make it challenging too. So I do like supporting independently published authors when you can, and I think there is a lot in the hockey romance world. So I also think, if I'm not mistaken, I also think Holly Renee is independently published as well. Let me see. Yeah, I'm not seeing a publisher. Yeah, it's published. She's solely published. So I think that's cool too. I've been reading a lot of actually self-published authors, which I truly enjoy. I mean, I also enjoy, like I said, traditionally published authors, but self-published has been great too. This was also my TBR pile, I believe, in the last video, and it might be on my TBR pile for the next video because I take breaks in between reading books from this author. Her books are a little too long. So that's on that. But I picked it up at the same time as I picked up If You Want Me. So that's why it's on my TBR pile. Yeah, I do like that the FMC looks like she's curvy as a plus size girl. I think a plus size FMC is cute. But I don't know if it's just like the style of the thing. But I'm hoping she's a little curvy because that would be cute to read. And then this one, I discovered it when I actually went to HomeSense, which is a Canadian version of Home Goods, and they had like one aisle of books, and this was there, and I read the back, and it seemed interesting, and it was $7.99, and honestly, can't go wrong. $7.99 is a pretty good price for a book. So I was like, you know what, for $7.99, whether it's good or not, decent price, I'm gonna pick it up. So that is also what is currently on my like fiction novel TBR book. I do have another one that is on the pile, but I haven't been keeping it on the pile because I am going to read it after I finish Catcher If You Can. Well, I'm gonna like read it in tandem with another book. It's this book, the the hockey book of why and who, what, when, where, and how. I've been reading a lot of hockey romance, but I actually don't know a lot on the rules of the sport of hockey. So I wanted to pick up a book where I could educate myself on the rules of hockey, how it's played, power plays, and hat tricks, and all of that jazz. Because just a couple weeks ago, I realized what a hat trick was. I knew a hat trick had to do with scoring multiple goals in a game. I just didn't know the number. So I figured, you know what? I read so much hockey romance, time to educate myself on the rules of hockey. So I googled hockey for dummies because I do know of the For Dummies series, and they have a book on just basically everything. There is a hockey for dummies, specifically NHL hockey for dummies, because I know NHL hockey is slightly different than like how you play hockey at the Olympics versus how the PWHL, which is the Professional Women's Hockey League, the rules are slightly different. And so I'm into NHL hockey, so I want to specifically know that. But the NHL one for dummies, it's like out of print, so the only one on Amazon is like a used one for $67. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm not paying $67. So the cover seemed interesting. This seemed like it was good. It's actually pretty thin, so it should be a fairly quick read. So this I'll probably read in tandem as with like a novel. Like I'm probably not gonna just solely read this and then read another one, because I do think like I'll want breaks in between, because it's definitely gonna be probably more heavy because it's an educational book. So this is my current and active TBR pile. If you have any more recommendations of hockey romance series or just any other series that I should add, because I enjoy a series, because if you like the first book, then you know you're probably going to like the rest to some degree, and you can know it's like a comfort to know that like, oh, you have more books by this author that you enjoy. So if you have any recommendations for other series, let me know in the comments down below. If you want to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you never miss another brand new video from me, you can. You can also follow me at PlanagoAmy on Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. You can also follow my digital hockey romance book club at Romancing the Ice on Instagram. Until the next one, bye!